Crazy man, crazy kids. I am back from vacation. I'm no longer at my cotton tree state. I now have a roof over my head that will probably hold up better than anything else if a tree falls on it. So, as compared to my camper. So, and the weather has broken. I guess I got to enjoy all of that insanely hot weather on my vacation, and I did. I did enjoy it. My wife, not so much. Me, I enjoyed the air conditioner at night, but yeah, I basically stayed outside the entire time, and I really sort of enjoyed it. So anyway, back at my home base, and return of the Fez because the Fez stays at home. I have brought it out on a couple of occasions, but they are always like to someone's house. Certainly not going to bring the Fez camping with me, as lots of things can go wrong. So in my hand is yesterday's beer. Why is it yesterday's beer? Well, because yesterday I had a show, and I was a long way from where I was sleeping, and I was out in the sun all day long, and I was just a basket case by the time I got back. And I said, I could make a video, but I just didn't think I would have the right spirit for a nice beer video. So I put it off till today. And now I will open up bag number 18 of the celebration month, my birth. And oh, this is an interesting can. I've never seen this one before. Okay, it has instructions on it. Let's just read it all out here. Roll me. Seriously. We want you to roll this can right now. Don't be shy. It's the only way to be absolutely sure that you get every bit of fruity goodness in each and every sip. Why else do you think we printed these instructions sideways? We thought of everything. Okay, maybe just this one thing. But hey, at least we crammed as much dragon fruit, blood orange, and apricots in the can as we possibly could. Still reading? Get to work. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. And then it's got a standard government warning on there. And this is from a place called Little House Brewing Company. And it's called Roll the Can. Sour ale with dragon fruit, blood orange, apricot, vanilla, and milk sugar. From Little House Brewing Company. Keep cold, drink fresh. 5% alcohol by volume. Well, let's just start gently rolling the can so that it will not be a problem when we pour it. So, I think that's enough. So, okay. We have cracked it open. And since we are at our home base, we're returning to the fabulous Czechoslovakian pint glass. I know you're going, why do you focus on just that mug? You've got all those different vessels. Because they're all downstairs in the basement. And these are ones that I brought up and just happened to make it into the dishwasher rack or the dishwashing rack alongside of the sink every time I wash them. So, or I should say, every time my wonderful wife takes pity upon me and washes them for me. Um, I, if I got to the sink before her, I'd wash them myself. But oftentimes they're in the rack, and I'm happy to take advantage of that. So, thank you, my fabulous wife, Marlo. Let us give this thing a pour. Roll the can from Little House. Okay, it is definitely cloudy and it is yellow. It looks like they pureed the fruit and suspended it. Yes, it is pureed. It is not chunky. There are some little bits I can see in there. It could either be yeast or it could be fruit. I'm not too concerned. Obviously, it did not uh, develop a head at all. That's because it's fruited. And often things that have fruit in them, the oils that usually make up the head, it can't like sustain it. So um let's give it a sniff, huh? I mean, look at that. That's interesting. And you know what? I didn't even share this can with you. Should have shared the whole can with you. Look at this awesome looking can. Roll the can. Yes. That is a nice piece of artwork there on this can. And I'm all about it. There's the big legend that had me read sideways. I'm loving that. Is there an artist on here, maybe? There seems to be some sort of symbol. It could be like the artist's symbol. It says 10%. It's, the symbol is a tiny little thing that it looks like vertically. That's Roman numerals for 8%, maybe, or 12%. Could be 12%. I'm not sure, but it's vertical rather than horizontal. So who knows? And what is this little writing here? Brewed and packaged by Little House Brewing Company in New Haven, Connecticut. Well, that's certainly far from Little House on the Prairie, isn't it? Which was supposed to take place up in Minnesota. New Haven, Connecticut. I don't think any children have run down grassy hills in New Haven, Connecticut. I don't know if that place is hilly or not. It's the East Coast, and we in the Midwest, we have no idea what the topography of the East Coast is. So, what can I say? I live in a hole. I do go to my country estate as often as possible, though. Thank you. So, let's just give this thing a sniff. See if we can get any of that fruit out of here. Well, I am getting dragon fruit and the apricot. What was the third one? Blood orange. Go back in. Now that I have a name for it, yes, I can smell blood orange. Blood orange, apricot, and dragon fruit in here. So, well, I don't smell the sour though. So let's give it a try and see how sour it is. Oh, it's pretty sour. Wow. Wow. It was really not sour when I had it in my mouth. It was very inert. And then I swallowed, and all of it came forward. That's a sour. Wow. Uh, I got to get more of the flavor out of that because really all I got out of that was the sour. So, yeah, it is a very sour beer. I am getting hints of the fruit, but mostly I'm getting the sour. When I hold it in my mouth, I get more of the fruit. After I swallow, it's nothing but sour. Yeah, sour. How do I feel about that sour? I'm freaking loving it. I love sour things. That apricot seems to be the most prevalent of the fruits, which is fine with me because I actually enjoy apricot a lot. Yeah. It's just sour across the tongue, the roof of the mouth. Even now, when I'm holding it in my mouth, all I'm getting is the sour, the hints of fruit, hints of fruit, but mostly the sour. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Is It's not a beer flavored beer. The sour sort of overwhelms the beer portion of it. Hasn't completely overwhelmed the fruit, but it did overwhelm the beer portion of it. The sour, however, is quite prevalent and quite fresh. So, uh, it is not a clean beer, but it's also not crazy lingering in my mouth. Very tasty for a sour. I'm loving it as a sour. Uh, I'm not sure if beer flavored beer drinkers would enjoy this one. I'm really not sure. I mean, I'm loving it, but then again, I'm a guy who likes a beer off the beaten path. So, oh, that is sour. I'm liking it. So, if you like sour on the level that I like sour, sour that actually makes you physically react, pick up this beer. All right, pick up, roll the can from Little House Brewing Company in Connecticut. Sour ale with dragon fruit, blood orange, apricot, vanilla, and milk sugar. I'm not getting the creaminess of the milk sugar. I'm not getting the vanilla. Got that apricot, and I could smell the dragon fruit, and I could smell the blood orange, but I could not get those two flavors. I just got the apricot and the sour. And I have to tell you, I'm not really disappointed in that because it is very tasty and I'm liking it a lot. So, um, but I'm enjoying this beer out here on my front porch here with the temperatures in the mid 80s, which is positively chilly compared to last week. The 90s and close to 100 all week long. I loved it for vacation, though. I really did. I didn't like the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes loved that hot weather, and they loved all of that flooding that came the weekend before. So they were out in force throughout my entire vacation. So I spent a lot of time hiding behind screens, but still out in that heat and loving it. So anyway, let's answer the questions. I've gotten way too far off the beaten track of beer. So, roll the can. If I saw this in the store, would I pick it up? Yes, I would. I like sours. This is an excellent sour. If someone handed this to me at a party, would I be happy? Yes. I would be very happy to have this beer handed to me at a party. Because that means that someone else might have drank one of these and I could talk to them all about it. Because I do love a good sour. Sadly, my sour crew has moved to Colorado. So if I do pick this up in the store, it'll be to mail them some because Colorado, that's not a hop, skip, and a jump from where I'm hanging out here in the Chicagoland area. I am going to take my leave of you guys. I'm going to take the time to thank Big Tall Paul one more time for the fabulous celebration of my birthday month. Not necessary, not looking for it to be repeated. So, love you, big guy. And I love all of you guys too. And thanks for having patience with my not so daily beer videos.